Welcome back, guys. So we're finally out doing it again. We are back at the lake fishing. So it's been a long time coming and I haven't been out this winter yet, and I just thought I'd get out for an early spring session. And as you can see, I'm at the lake now. It's just there behind me, looking amazing. And I've dropped my stuff into a peg just along the way, just coming for a walk around here to see if I can see anything else moving, but there doesn't seem to be anything around this end. Down that end there was a few fish showing, so I've dropped my stuff in there. I think I'm going to go back and get my rod set up and get them out. So let's go. So here we go, guys. We're in the peg now and I'm just setting up another rod. I'm trying to be quiet as I can. I've got one rod out there just behind me, and a massive amount of the stock of fish are pretty much on the surface or just a foot or two below the surface. Just sort of quarter of the way out to halfway out. So I've just put one adjustable zig out over there, and it's about 18 inches below the surface. So that's on a black zig, and I'm just setting up my other rod now. But I'm probably going to put on a slightly different colour arrangement, and just to see how that goes, play with the depths a little bit and see if that works. I might introduce a little bit of bait in the margins just for later on when the pressure changes and those fish get down on it. For now, I'm going to start with this. I'm just changing over and putting this adjustable zig on, just popping the float on, and then I'm going to set up this zig and get that one out as well. But yeah, basically just today's session really is about me just getting out again. It's been quite a while since I've been back out on the bank, and loads of changes in my personal life, and yeah, just been a bit of a hectic year really, so just getting everything ready to get back out again and start fishing a lot more. I haven't really done much through the winter months. That's kind of intentional, just because I've got a young family at home. Things are just starting to change over now. My daughter's just gone to nursery, and yeah, things have changed. So for me, I just want to get back out and have a bit of time fishing again. So I'm going to start light. I've actually travelled today by train. I've packed as light as I can. 2 rods, a rucksack, a mat and a brolly, and that's about it really. Bit of bait, not a lot of bait in the bag, but just enough for a session of this. And luckily on a day like today, the pressure's really high. It's about 1023, so wet that knot down quickly. So yeah, basically the pressure's quite high, so I thought have a go on the zigs and see if I can get them. And yeah, I arrived and a lot of the stock of fish are up in the layers anyway, so kind of goes in my favour. So let's try. We'll try for a bit and see if we can get one. If not, then we'll change over and maybe use a bit of bait. So yeah, I can't lie, it was a bit of a difficult one getting ready for this session. I didn't really know what I wanted to pack. Like everyone, I probably overpacked, to be honest with you. My rucksack probably weighs about 22 kilos. So yeah, it's quite a lot of weight to be carrying really. So yeah, we do what we can to get fishing. I'm just gonna tie this zig up. And then that's it, get this rod out, and hopefully I'm gonna sit back for a little bit and watch the rods, watch the water, see if I can spot the fish's movements, and then hopefully I'll be able to plan where to do my next cast, and maybe if there's any more likely looking spots, then I will change my placement of the zigs and maybe the depths. Play with them for a few hours. If nothing, then like I say, I'll switch over to a bit of bait, and then that'll be it. Hopefully I'll get one like that. Here we go, the rods are out, so that's the second rod out now. Again, it's on a zig and they're still showing. They're up in the layers and they're moving around quite a bit. Got a really good chance of catching them, but I'm just going to sit back here. I've got my brolly out again, just the old Capellan one, and yeah, just going to sit back and chill on the chair for a bit and just watch the water really. This is just the time of day when I just love to sit back and really watch them. It's sort of after morning bite time, but on the zigs you've got a chance all through the day. So this kind of water does produce really well throughout the day on zig, so it's something that I'm very hopeful for. If I'm going to catch them anywhere throughout the day period, I think it's going to be on the zigs and up in the layers. Potentially this evening, as the sun sort of starts to settle down a little bit, more towards bite time, then I'll get a bit of bait out early on and get the rods on it and see if we can catch one that way. But for now, I'm just going to sit back and chill and watch the water, and hopefully I've got a chance of catching one. So as you can probably hear, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. I'm not sure what it is, maybe a little bit of a throat infection or something, but it's absolutely killing me. Shouldn't be out fishing really, but I just want to be out here on the bank, so drink a bit of water quick. So finally a bit of time came up where I could get a chance to get out and be here on the bank fishing, and in typical fashion I managed to catch the only cold going around this time of year. It's really mild, the weather's absolutely fine. I'm here in a hoodie and it's just lovely and warm, and I've still got a cold somehow. I've managed to catch something in my throat. It's absolutely killing me. As you can probably hear, my voice is really off. Well, it is to me at least. And yeah, I'm still here, I'm doing it, and yeah, I've just got to keep drinking loads of water, keep myself hydrated and keep myself going. I am super surprised of how busy the lake is actually for this time of year. This time last year, it was very, very slow still because it was still cold. The fish weren't moving much, it wasn't very active. Yeah, the weather was completely different to this year, and this year it seems to be the polar opposite. The sun is out, it's absolutely lovely, pressure is quite high, it's about 1023, 1024 today. Oh, somebody's got a run. Just heard a rod go, can't see who, but probably someone on the other side of the lake. So yeah, I'm super surprised on how busy it is this time of year. Last year, this time, it was super quiet. I was the only one on the lake a few times of being here. And yeah, it was just completely different conditions all around. The weather was really cloudy, there was a lot of rain, loads of low pressure. But this year, it's the polar opposite. So the sun is out, it's very bright, I've had to put my cap on. Yeah, it's absolutely lovely, it's a dream to be out here. I'm really enjoying just being here, sat on the bank again. So yeah, hopefully this year I'm going to be out fishing a lot more, and yeah, I'm going to get a chance to be out in this lovely weather again. Hopefully I'll get some nice spring sessions in, and then definitely a few sessions through the summer months. It's not my favourite time of year to fish through the summer, but any time that you're fishing is a better day than you're being at work. So yeah, hopefully this year I'll get loads of opportunities to get out on the bank and do loads more filming and just be out here enjoying it as well. So that's the main thing for me this year, is just to really enjoy my fishing. I'm not targeting anything in particular. I'm not going to be focusing on those big fish. I'm just going to be fishing for fish that I really want to catch, and yeah, not worry about any of the small things that are a little bit irrelevant with fishing and become, you know, you get a little bit obsessed by. So I'm just going to get out and enjoy the sessions that I can, and that's it really. That's going to be my fishing this year. Hey, we're in. That's the adjustable zig going. Yeah. Going right round into that reeds. Oh, he's off. He's off. Bumped me off in the reeds. Ah, you no. What can I say? I'm absolutely gutted. Yeah, just lost one. So I was just tinkering with the camera and it was away. Yeah, fish was fairly hooked, I would say, by the rate it was running. And I could feel it coming closer and closer. I was playing it in, playing it in, playing it in. And into my right-hand margin, there's loads of reeds. And it just got right round into them, bit of side pressure, and yeah, I just couldn't do anything with it. And then bam, the hook pulled. So yeah, you don't win them all, and I'm super excited that they're biting. It was in a point when I didn't think I was going to get a bite actually. The sun just started to come out really bright, started to feel really hot, and then all of a sudden, bam, the rod goes. It's a really good sign. I've got that rod back out now on the spot. There's still fish cruising through. I've just seen a group of probably about 10 fish coming through, and then over to the left-hand side of the peg, I've seen another group of fish moving through as well. So yeah, just two separated groups of fish moving through. There are fish coming in across the other side of the lake. Someone else that runs. Maybe it's just switching on a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. So I'm really excited now that I've got a bite. Yeah, just need to land one now, and that'll be the trip made. So yeah, even though I lost a fish, just goes to show the power of a zig rig, because on a day like this, conditions like this, it's not often that you're going to get a run. And yeah, a lake like this really does produce sort of early bite time, late bite time. It is very much sort of dawn and dusk, like a lot of lakes, as where a zig rig managed to get me at bite, and it is now 11:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, it's really, the sun is up really high, it's very bright, and as you can see, I'm very dehydrated, my throat is killing me. But I've got the bite, so that's a positive. That's the only positive I'm taking from this. I'm not taking any negatives. I lost a fish, but never mind. There's going to be another chance. So let's get that fish. Yes, we're in. Let's try and get it around that reed. Come around that wee bugger. Come on. That's him. He's out. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. He's only going to do one. Right out of it. Come on. Not ready yet, are you? Oh, get in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. That's it. You ready? Yes, he's in. Whew. Cheers, man. Yeah, I moved it over. Whew. Here we go. Here's our prize. What a beautiful little one. Oh. This is a very angry one. And there we go. Beautiful little one. It's going to go. When they start to flap like this, it's just good to just hold them down near the mat. So if they do flap, it's not going to be any problems. You're not going to cause any damage to the fish. You always have your carp care nearby as well. For the liquid, this one seems to be in very good condition. Doesn't seem to be a scale wrong with it, to be honest with you. There we go. That is a beautiful little one. Nothing massive, probably about £10, £11, something like that. But really, really beautiful. And caught on a zig as well. So in bright sunshine, when nothing else is feeding, and you manage to still get a bite. So absolutely over the moon with this one. There we go, it's going to go again. It's really bright conditions, so I'm not going to mess around for too long. I'm just going to slip this one back quickly. One last little look. There we go. And then we're going to go get this one back in the water. And we'll talk a little bit about the rigs and how I caught this one. There we go. So it's really important to know that when you transport these fish from lake to mat and from mat to lake, that you use the net efficiently and correctly. You don't want any fins broken. And you don't want any scale damage either. You can use the sling. A lot of people do recommend it. I don't see the point in using the sling every single time. You don't need to. It is just a bit of an extra faff, just extra time for that fish to be waiting around if you're going to move their sling out of the way or go get the sling when you're setting up and all of that sort of stuff. So I like to get this done as quick as possible, especially for these little ones when I'm not getting them out of the water every time. But when I am, I want to take care of them really quickly. So get this one back into the water as soon as possible. So there we go. What you want to do is roll the net down and you want to pick it up so the fish's fins are all laid flat to its body and it's nice and tight so it can't flap all over the place, and that's going to maintain its strength just like that. Well, that's it, guys. We finally got one. So we've got one in the bag now. Okay, it's not the biggest fish in the world, but it is well deserved. I can't be more grateful, to be honest with you. It's been a bit of a hard day. The fish have been everywhere. They've been all over the top, up and down in the layers. And I've seen so many fish, probably most of the stock of fish of the whole lake up in the layers. And I've had zigs on them, I've changed colours, I've changed depths, and I've just not been getting them. They've not really been feeding. They've just been grouping up and sunning themselves. I'm really enjoying this heat, early spring. It's just been one of those days, really. The sun started to drop down a little bit, and then that was it, one rod. I'd only just redone it, actually, and I changed it over to a black zig, again with a red liner, same as the bite I had earlier on. And yeah, I've had a couple of occurrences today. I've had one, the original one, which was a take, and I lost the fish in the margin. One which felt like the line had just been pulled up tight when the fish had been moving through it, because it's an adjustable zig, so the line's bowstring tight. And then this last take, there's definitely fish moving around all over the place. You can just see a cormorant now diving on the swim, so that is not a good thing. Yeah, but basically, I had that take, got the fish, landed it quite quickly, to be honest with you. It came in right into the margin on the left-hand side this time. Managed to play it out around the reeds. It's really difficult with these little 6-foot rods because you haven't really got the leverage to get around the reeds, which is probably the only downside of using the smaller rod on a lake like this, that is. So I managed to land that fish, get it in the net, and then yeah, just sorted out the photos and done a little bit of video, and that's it. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm just over the moon to just be out fishing again and catching fish, because it's been a long time and I just really need this. Probably like a lot of you guys, fishing and being outdoors is what clears my mental health and just really helps me sort of ground myself. So yeah, just being here and just being outdoors is absolutely amazing. Just feel so relaxed. It's nice to have a few days off and just sort of zone out. I'm only here for a couple more hours, but I've got the zigs back out. Both rods are out on the zigs still, and the fish are still moving around, so there's always a chance of another fish. So fingers crossed we get another one. So in just a moment, I'm going to reel in my right hand rod, because that's been out for quite a while now, and I moved it out across the lake a little bit further earlier on, and it hasn't really done anything, and the fish have moved away from that area. So yeah, I'm going to reel in that right hand rod, bring it in. I'll show you guys that rig a little bit more in depth, and then I'm going to get it back out and hopefully have a chance of catching one more fish before we go. So here we go, guys. This is the rig that did me that bite, and this is the adjustable zig. So there's my main line coming down there, and it's got like a rung ring kit that comes with it, and it's literally just a little clip with basically a small boom to a lead. And I've gone for a gripper style lead on this one because this lake is very deep and it drops off very quickly. So if I'm landing on that shaft, I don't want it to keep rolling down and down and down. I want it to stay put where it is. So that's the reason for that lead pattern. So after that, you've got the adjustable zig float. You can probably use any sort of bubble style float for this, but this is just a kit, so it all comes together. Sits together just like that. After that, you've got a grommet and a swivel, and then on that swivel, I've just looped on a zig rig. So this zig is about 2.5 foot long, and it's about the length of the bottom section of my rod. This is the hook bait here. So this is just a black piece of zig foam with a red liner, and that comes down to a size 6 hook. So that is a size 6 zig and floater hook there, and that is tack sharp, and it's a very, very good way to catch them. This time of year, they're not really feeding too hard. At the moment, they've been very finicky, so small hook baits is definitely the way to go for them. And all I do before I cast out on this rig is I just add a couple of pieces of foam. And there we go, that's just PVA foam nuggets. And all I do is just lick one side, and I hold it against the side of the hook bait, just like that. I lick the other one, and I trap the hook in place. There you go, you can see there, it is just trapped the hook in place. So the hook bait itself is showing, but the hook is trapped, and that stays perfect like that. So that doesn't come through. I find if I spike the hook into it, it doesn't stay on. When you cast it out, it hits the water and it comes off before your rig is actually set itself. So I want to allow enough time, because this is deep water, for that lead to get to the bottom and me to adjust the size and the depth of the zig. So basically what I've been doing is casting out, feeling the drop, and then just basically letting the line go slack, but controlling it so it's falling at a controlled rate, so it doesn't tangle over the top of the rig. This foam will help lift up that hook bait to stop any tangles anyway. It kind of works like a parachute as it's going down through the water. And yeah, I'm just dropping it down, letting it feel down, relaxing off the line, waiting for everything to pop up to the top so I can see this piece and I can see the float next to each other on the water. Quickly winding down and just until the float sinks down, until I just start to see this piece of foam move. And that's when I put the rod down on the stand and I'm just slowly adjusting the spool until this dips just below the surface. And then I know I can count down the lengths of my rod from butt ring to handle, and that is going to be the distance of the rig itself. And then I know that I'm fishing at set depths. So basically I'm fishing at the moment just one distance between my butt ring and my spool essentially. And that is where I got the bite from, and I got the bite earlier on from that depth as well. So that's about 18 inches. So yeah, that's absolutely perfect, and that's all I need. And I'm going to do the same with this one and just get this one back out there now and see if we can get another bite before we have to leave. So as I mentioned earlier, I did travel quite light today. I managed to come out just for a day sessions. I thought, why not hop on the train and come to a local lake? And this is a local club ticket / day ticket water. And yeah, it's just a really nice place to come. Deep water, fun, interesting fishing. There's not many lakes around here that are this deep. It's kind of interesting fishing for me. And the fish are really dark, old mirrors here. I've had loads of fish in the past from here. Maybe I can drop a few into the video and show you. But yeah, they're really lovely fish and they really fight hard. They're so used to fighting up and down those layers and navigating their way through the whole lake. But yeah, traveling light and coming here today on the train, it means you need to pack quite small. So yeah, this is my rucksack. So it's a nice big rucksack there. You can see it holds a lot of kit, and this is the new one from Kaplan, and yeah, it is massive, 75 litres, but you can fit all your kit in there perfectly. The straps fit lovely on your back. Comes with a nice chest strap as well. Probably can't see it over the top of my GoPro there, but there we go. Whack that up nice and tight. And as you can see, it's super stable. Loads of compartments in there. And I'll show you a little bit closer because it really does hold a lot of kit. So here we go. This is the rucksack. And yeah, it's a lovely bit of kit. So you've got nice big side pockets here. You've got some straps in here to put in your bank sticks if you want to put them in there. Nice long ones, or you can put throwing sticks in there, or any sort of accessories that go in like that. In here you've got a lovely big pockets, the full length of here, and this is perfect for putting in pop-ups and hook baits. I've got my PVA nuggets in there ready for my zigs, some spare PVA, got my catapult in there, and some spare batteries and bits and pieces. Really lovely sized containers in here. Yeah, perfect for fitting in everything you need in here. There we go. And then you've got the top section here. This top piece is one big container, and that for me is where I keep my buzz bars and my bite alarms, and I also put in today I put in some lunch in there, and I put in my container for bait, for mixing up bait, but I didn't really need that today. There we go. This top section is actually perfect for fitting in my GoPro. So my GoPro fits perfect in there in its hard case, so that keeps everything nice and safe. So I'm not losing anything. That's the top section there, that's the top piece, so it's easier when the rucksack is standing up. You can access that at all times. So the other side piece here, you've got the straps here for bank sticks and all sorts of things like that. In here I've got oilies, extra baits and stuff like that. You don't need to carry all that with you, but for me, I did want to have a backup just in case. Yeah, and that's it. And then you're moving on to the main section of the rucksack. Again, all these zips are lovely big fresh zips. This piece opens up and you've got a massive container in there. That is a really big space. I've got my big luggage here. This is my tackle box. Got a nice EVA top on it so you can stand up your phone or your tablet. If you want to watch any videos or anything, you can use it as a top to sort of make rigs or put as a table, whatever you need. Yeah, this is an amazing bit of kit, and I've got everything in there from my tackle box to all my end tackle, my weights, some pop-ups, everything's in there. And then underneath here, yeah, we've got some small containers. These are little luggage bags that I've got, and I'll put my camera kit in and electronics. Yeah, little waist sling because I want it to travel super light, so just a really lightweight one. some hand warmers in there because they've been in there since forever. Never know when you're going to need some hand warmers when it gets cold out. Little towel, and again a small set of scales. They're just like old luggage scales, but they work perfect for traveling super light when you don't want to carry a big set of scales. I knew I'm not going to catch anything massive in this lake, so no need to carry my massive scales with me. But yeah, that is it. So this holds a stack of kit in there, and that is perfect. So when you stand it up, you'll see there a bit of mud on there, but as you stand it up, the backpack straps themselves are super padded. You've got loads of padding in there, really well braced across the top. You can adjust it to pull the weight into your top, just like a hiking rucksack. Nice little chest strap there as well, and all of the back piece of the bag is really padded as well. And a really cool feature in this one is on the top section here, you've got a pocket at the back. Inside there is your rain cover, so you've got a nice rain cover there as well. So if you are traveling really light and you're not taking everything with you and it starts to rain, you haven't got to worry about all your kit getting wet, because you can just wrap that rain cover right over the top, or you can wrap that rain cover over the bottom of the bag when you lay it on the floor. Stops all of the dew getting through the bottom of the bag in those cold mornings. So yeah, this is the sort of bag that I'm taking with me when I'm doing my sessions. And yeah, I'm traveling super light, just that bag. I've got a few extras that I'm going in there, like my camera kit and a small chair, and that's about it really. So there we go guys, that is the end of the session from me. It is getting cold now, the sun's gone down, I've had to put my jacket on. Yeah, it's just, it's been a long day and I'm pretty tired now. I just want to get home and get myself a nice brew, because I didn't bring any brew kit with me today. Nice hot cup of tea, warm up, and yeah, just been an amazing session. I'm just really over the moon. Thank you guys so much for watching as well. This has been one of those videos where I've tried to come out and make it, and it's been put off for weeks and weeks and weeks because various things, but finally managed to get the time to come out. So yeah, super stoked to be here, and that's it. So I'm going to leave the rods in for 2 more minutes, pack all the rest of the kit down, and that's going to be me on the road. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you took anything from this, make sure you hit that bell, subscribe, like, and all of that stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one.